What's good, y'all? This is Trouble T. Roy. We hit, don't get hit, boxing talk. I'm back. Took a couple days off because I just needed to rest. Had a rough week. But, I mean, hey, had to be there for the family, be there for my son. But we good. Everything's good. Was kind of feeling a little exhausted for a while, but I'm back feeling pretty decent again. I, took off the night from work and won't be back up tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. I just wanted to, let's get to the boxing, you know what I'm saying, real quick. Just wanted to speak on a couple of different situations or whatever. Yeah. For one, I haven't been on social media much over the last couple of days, but I decided to go on today. And I'm saying the excuses. I said there was going to be excuses many times, but now I'm starting to see them. I think a lot of people took a couple days off as well because they was sick to their head because Errol Spence lost to Bud Crawford. And we're going to give him a real quick round of applause once more. Everybody give it up for Bud Crawford. Terrence Bud Crawford. Undefeated. 2-division undisputed. Come on, y'all. The first in the 4-belt era to be undisputed in 2 divisions. Clap it up. It's fine. It's fine because every time Bud Crawford is mentioned, we need to talk about this because they said he didn't fight nobody. He didn't do nothing. Stop the applause. They said that man didn't fight nobody. He didn't do nothing. He ain't done nothing at 147. He didn't do nothing at 140. You know what this tells me? And should tell anybody listening and anybody that was against him. So this is a time to question all the bullshit that's been being said. Oh, he ain't fighting nobody at 140. He just fought Euro bums. Oh, he ain't fighting nobody at 147. He fought a broken Brook and a broken, already retiring Porter. You know? And all the other guys that he fought, they didn't give no credit. Oh, they're just nobodies. They're Euro bums. They're this, they're that. Benavidez, oh yeah, the broken or a fucked up leg. But nobody was saying nothing like that when Benavidez fought Danny Garcia. Nobody was saying that when Errol Spence fought Porter. You know, because all of a sudden Porter was just this big thing. He is a big deal in boxing. I appreciate Sean Porter for what he has delivered because he's delivered some of the best fucking fights that I've seen in our era. But the energy changes when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford. Kell Brooks. He was broken when Terrence Crawford fought him. Well, what was he after he got his face broken fighting Triple G? And then he went back down in the weight from middleweight to welterweight to fight Errol Spence. What was he then? He wasn't broken when he got his face literally broken? Like, stop it. Look, but I mean, you know, of course, people still gonna have the excuses. I even give Errol Spence himself props because he's not really coming with excuses. Of course, he's like, yeah, you know, I probably was weight drained and I'm going up to 154. Yeah, it's a lot of fighters that get weight drained. Making weight is not easy. Doing all that training isn't easy. You don't know what that does when you're walking around at one weight and dropping weight for a fight in a few weeks. People think it's easy. Doing that shit is not easy. You got people out here trying to lose weight in a year. These guys are doing it in a few weeks. So we gotta stop and give more respect to these fighters just in general. You know, there are some people that shouldn't be dropping down in the weight classes that they are fighting in because they are oversized, but we're not even going to get into that. I think y'all know what I'm talking about, Benavides. But, you know, it is what it is. Earl's been talking about going up to 54 for a while now. This ain't the first time he's talked about it. He talked about fighting Thurman not too long ago at 154 before this fight was made. And he's talked about before in the last... between his last couple fights or whatever. Danny Garcia went up to 54 and he started his career at 130, 135, something like that. That man, obviously, it's a thing. Thurman talked about fighting at 154. Jermell going up to 168. Jamal, I don't know what he doing. But the shit is real. So I don't try to disrespect people that does this for a sport, does this for a living, because I'm not a boxer. You know, I've done what I've done over the years growing up and stuff, but I never became a amateur or a pro or nothing like that. I did Taekwondo and a little boxing on the side. In Taekwondo, I almost became a black belt. I was a red belt senior at my spot, and then I decided when I reached high school, I played football because that's what I really wanted to do. But I was good at what I did in Taekwondo, and I did like boxing, and I was in a few good fights outside. So, I mean, even growing up. So, yeah, I already know what's up. And real motherfuckers who know me, seen me, know that, hey, I'm a big nigga, but I could get down. So I'm with the shits. But anyways, it wasn't my thing. I was a football player. But I know what weight meant when I was playing football as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different thing, but at the same time, everybody's body has to adapt to something, especially when they're performing in sports. It's the same thing all around most of the time. The only difference is I played football. I didn't have to be a certain weight. I just needed to make sure I was a good weight to perform. You know, these guys have to make sure they make a certain weight. So, and which brings me to my next point. Tank Davis. Now, I don't know when this happened, but I've been hearing, when I got on Twitter and I talked to some people today, I've been hearing that Tank is talking about he'll hurt Bud Crawford, he'll handle Terrence Bud Crawford and all this stuff, and I see people support it. So you're telling me a man who didn't want to fight Ryan Garcia at 140 is going to go up to 147 and handle Tank Davis or handle Terrence Crawford? You telling me Tank Davis is willing to go up? He wasn't willing to go up to 140 to fight a dude we already knew he was going to beat anyways. We knew if the fight was at 140, honestly, at least me, I thought Tank Davis was going to beat Ryan Garcia at 140. I already knew he would beat him at 135. But this man went out of his way to make another fighter not have a chance to be in his best shape by saying, I want what was it, a 136 weigh-in clause, and then the same date weigh-in to make sure he ain't blowing up after the fight. Like, we're dealing with things like, this man is doing things like that. You think he gonna go up to 147 and really fight a naturally weighted welterweight at this point? This shit is fucking crazy. It's crazy because Tank keeps running his mouth. He's been running his mouth for so long. The only time you went to 140, you gave that man a weight clause to make. before the fight. You didn't let him go above, what, 10 pounds? And he's clearly larger than 150 walking around and at his fights. I'm pretty sure. You know? It's like you was scared of that man. You was scared of Ryan Garcia. You was scared of Barrios. And you was scared of Ryan Garcia. But you're not scared of Terrence Bud Crawford, a 3-division champion, a 2-division undisputed champion, a 3-time now lineal champion. You ain't got no issues with fighting him. That's weird. So I'm not even gonna put much energy. I haven't put much energy into it. It's just funny to me. It's funny that you talking all this mess behind a computer or a phone, but we know you ain't about it. That was like when Gary Russell Jr. was calling out Terrence Crawford, saying he'll go up to 147 and beat him. Bruh. That, you didn't mean that. I'm just saying. You know you didn't mean that neither. I'm waiting to see what he says about this fight. I haven't seen nothing. I don't know if there's anything out there. But hey, we've seen Gary Russell Jr. avoid some fights that we actually wanted to see. Yeah, you fought Loma. That was early in Loma's career. You thought you had it for him, and you didn't. So I don't want to hear all that bullshit. Tank Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis, you ain't about to do shit. You about to go ahead and fight Isaac Cruz, or I wouldn't be surprised if you actually go up. This is what I thought the plan was in the first place. Rolly gets the belt at 140. You go up to 140 and beat the dog shit out of him, so now they could call you a real 2-division champion, because you're only a 1-division champion. Those regular belts don't mean shit. But at least if you beat Rolly and get that belt, because Rolly ain't no real champion as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, he got a real belt, but what is he gonna do with that? I'm just saying. So you could go up there and be a 2-division champion fighting a basic ass awkward dude and beating him again. That's cool, I guess, to some people, but I mean, I ain't supporting that shit. If he goes up there and does it, I'm not gonna care. From what I hear, his Rolly's mandated to fight O'Hara, so we'll even see how that goes. O'Hara might beat his ass, and I don't know much about him, but I'm pretty sure he should be a little better than Rolly. This dude calls himself Rolly. That's one of the weirdest. But anyway, I ain't about to talk about him. So yeah, man. So anyways, I just needed to get this out there. Tank, you ain't doing nothing. We don't believe you. You need more people. And this is simple as that. Like, comment, subscribe, share. This is Trouble T. Roy. Hit Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. Y'all hit me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. We out. Peace.